Welcome to Pioneer Village at Shingle Creek. Here you'll see what life was like as a pioneer in Osceola County and learn the cattle rancher's way of life. The Lanier home is an example of Cracker architectural style. It is unique because it raises the home off the ground in case of flood. Raymond Lanier, a third-generation cattleman, purchased the home along with 160 acres. Supper time would consist of homegrown vegetables, hunted wildlife, and smoked meats. They even baked their own bread and sweet tater pie. Water was a precious commodity and would be stored in cisterns for daily use. The barn is where valuable farming equipment was kept, along with food for the animals. Cattlemen could supplement their earnings by keeping chickens, hogs, and dairy cows in the outbuildings around the house. Lieutenant Colonel William Edwin Cadman was enticed by his younger brother to invest in property and citrus production and immigrated from Yorkshire, England in 1888. The family remodeled the house they purchased to suit their needs and were able to live comfortably. They entertained many of the other English immigrant families in their community in these very rooms. The three Cadman boys occupied a separate building called the Bachelor Quarters, while the original home was referred to as the bungalow. Here we see a citrus grove ready to be picked. The original citrus packing house was built for Cadman Groves Incorporated. The packing house had a sorter that was operated with a rope and pulley system. The oranges would be wrapped in paper, coated with beeswax and linseed oil before shipping. James C. Tyson purchased a small plot of land and built this one-room home in 1892. They were a simple farming family with 11 children. Rainwater would be collected and stored in a large holding tank. Sugarcane was a small patch crop grown along with other crops. At harvest times, neighbors would get together and help press and boil the sugarcane into sugar, syrup, and molasses. In contrast, the Native American Seminoles were relatively new to the area, having first immigrated in the 18th century from other areas. The shelters built by the Seminoles in the Kissimmee River Valley were called chickees, having an open layout to promote airflow along the water-resistant roofs, protected them well from the elements. The vast land was also used for other industries like cattle ranching, and by 1880, cow camps were a large part of this lifestyle. Cattle were driven to market once a year. When going through the Kissimmee River Valley, many dangers awaited them, including wild boar, panther, and hog. But the crack of their rawhide whips both served as protection and defined a generation. The Florida Cracker lives on today at the Pioneer Village at Shingle Creek. Pioneer Village at Shingle Creek was produced and narrated by Dan Czernecki. Sound effects and music were provided by Weststar.